first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
All right. All right. Don't beat me too bad, man. My team trash, man. But I ain't the same. I don't got my receiver no more that I had last year.
The tight end in motion right. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jarek McKinnon. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Yeah, ball about to do a read option on me. You got to run a quarterback.
Terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers. 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
This is DeAndre Swift, who, of course, played just up the road in Athens. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. Give him 4 on the carry. That'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. They'll send Brown in motion right. Herbert off of play action. And that will be incomplete.
Yeah, he dropped that ball.
Battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense.
It is.
Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly.
They're going wide open.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal.
Wide open.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Wide open. That was just that just got down like they're supposed to be 1, 2, 3 right now.
Play action. Now Wilson.
Oh, come on, man.
That's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their
head. You must got a safety set sub linebacker.
He just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage.
I said you must got some safeties at sub linebacker.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there. 18 yards. First down, Falcons. Play action. It's Wilson. Going for the deep ball. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
Damn.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week.
Well, going to the power run on my ass.
Defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On second down, here's the option. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that.
Well, that when he started doing the read option, man.
We know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Oh, man.
28, second
I did a wildcat on my ass.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. And this is caught. It's Brown. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line. A good pickup there.
How did he get time to throw that?
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now on 2nd and 13. Brissett. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll send Brown in motion right. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. It's complete to Chris Conley. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And able to surge forward.
All my dudes reacting slow as shit.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Justin Herbert, his 9th touchdown of the season, and they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Valentine now from the end zone.
He good on the
21-yard line. So
nah, you know they did a custom draft, so the shit kind of weird. Nobody did.
Offense out there for their next drive.
Nobody did.
Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Man.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted
Good game, man.
You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Nah, it's over with, bro. Nah, it's over with.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he'll get this to
can't
the
even get no
30-yard
pressure
line before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And this is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Rondale Moore, 30 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly.
The 5'8", 5'9" nigga just, okay.
Extra point by McPherson.
That's why I don't even take the game serious no more, man. I ain't get to pick no players. I ain't play. I played only one game. This one with Tim. He won. This is my second game.
Valentine now from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Oh, for real.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Shaquille Barrett, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
I ain't gonna get it, but I'm gonna try it anyway.
Come on, set. 61. Pass box, Mike.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Toss play to McKinnon. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Brissett's going to keep it on the option. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and 12. Brissett's going to keep it on the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Hey, kill. Hey, lefty. Hey, kill.
To throw is Brissett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
McPherson's kick is good.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm just down passing the ball because I was trying to get a break. I had a breakout game.
Well here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners.
Like right now, I got a breakout game. That's why I'm just throwing the ball.
Everything is worked. No guarantee that'll continue. But all in all, this coaching staff
Trying to
is
throw it.
very pleased by what they've seen.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. There's Mooney with another catch. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Oh, I got no time to throw the ball.
The Vikings are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. And they'll begin by running the option. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that. It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one. He's got a man complete. Touchdown,
I'm not getting no pressure.
Vikings. Rondale Moore with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call, so they elect to decline it. And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Valentine now from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Dude did some stupid stuff when we were trying to come out his route. He stuttered like.
And the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Yeah, cover that.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Moore, the man in motion. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
He can't get free.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
He was able to get rid of that?
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. And they're going to take a timeout defensively.
Damn, it's 27-0.
Coming
Damn.
up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And he will be
That nigga ran the route for me.
on what would be the final play of this first half.
He's short. I don't got no big receiver no more.
A very one-sided beginning to
So I can't win no jump ball situations.
We check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime.
I got Von Jefferson, but elite Alec Pierce, I traded him. I should have kept him. So I don't got no big receiver to throw the ball to be in front of them little niggas or nothing like that.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Valentine now from the end zone.
Yep.
Beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm the whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On first down, Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown. 47 yards.
Thank you for letting me score, man.
Score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now down to 20. Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
They all been going to damn Darnell. I've been throwing interceptions.
Taking in at the 3. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Throwing a lot of interception, boy. You can't do nothing with that.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. He might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Play action now. Brissett. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Man, it's over with, bro.
As he'll kick it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17.
Yeah, you got to come up out of there, man. Everybody else do.
Return of 11 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
But nobody out.
Final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
I got time to throw it, man.
But it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've
That's
done.
all. I have time to throw it.
Instead of this drive, they forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared.
That's what I'm saying. I was right there, but I couldn't do nothing, man. He ran past the dude. The dude ran right back past him.
Maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And my goodness.
I don't know why I threw that. I just threw it.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment,
touchdown, Vikings.
Who you burnt? Lattimore?
A.J. Brown, 46 yards. And the Vikings take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that
No, you can't press A.J. Brown. I pressed him.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
If I didn't press him, he would have stuck with him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Huh?
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes.
Might as well let the niggas go.
A pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
I don't throw a lot of interceptions.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find
I had Bazooka activated. My nigga still come run under the ball.
Until the clock runs out.
Yo, Bazooka supposed to do add down yardage.
This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. Fighting through it, he's got space.
It's holding on my end. I don't know why I was holding. Like, come the fuck on.
So let's see what this is about. Here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Swift. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And they'll lose yardage here.
Let that motherfucker go.
19-yard line. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That one, they would let me pick it off, and I tried to pick it off myself.
About it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be
wide open.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points. The
boy is called holding.
This one pretty simple, partner. You always want to drive
that nigga down. This is nigga first time ever getting called for holding.
We should have done better there.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture.
No, that's okay, man.
So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Yeah, he can still on that one dude.
Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Dobbins get them tough yards.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Madden used to let you hurry up and go to the line and hike the ball. They don't do that shit no more.
So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close.
I know.
Here we go, here we go. 66. Bullet.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He'll take this to the 46.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
That boy turned around backwards to tackle that boy.
And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 54 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
No, I was trying to get a breakout going.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They go play action now. Wilson. And now here's another interception.
Oh,
Picked
shit.
off by Micah Hyde. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, McKinnon again. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. The keeper nets him only a yard.
Real set, but that boy tough.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be Falcon football.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. And, my goodness, another interception. Julian Love picks it.
How many interceptions on through about 10?
Possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. A 1st down throw for Brissett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. And they're going option play on 3rd down. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. McPherson now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
So O-line ain't blocking for nothing, man. Like, they not blocking nobody.
Valentine now from the end zone.
They don't care about me no more, man.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some.
Look at that. They can't even hold up on their blocks.
Into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on and get back to practice in the next couple of days.
The 71 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, here's Dobbins. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left.
I'll be holding down Turbo down too much.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They
Trey Smith
again.
Shy. Oh, my God.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Falcons come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly right here at the 25. Against each other all the time. We go to each other in practice, obviously with training camps or off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw for both the offense and the defense. A complete team victory.
So for Minnesota, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1.
Play action, now it's Lance.
Will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they dropped below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.
But that time, the defense was up to the task. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL